Hello, friends, and welcome back to our recap of Skam, Season 2, Episode 7, Noora, You Need Dick, and Skam, Season 2, Episode 8, You're Only Thinking About William.
Bruh, these episodes.
Yup.
I'm gonna say it right now, episode 8 so far is my favorite episode of the entire show.
Real? It's a good episode.
It's a really good episode. It's really well done.
It's a good episode.
I think
It sucks I was watching it in the car for most of it, but
yeah.
it's a good one. It's a good one.
I love it. There's so much like development and like just talking and like really good like just points made. Like I just find it very interesting. I love scenes where characters are just speaking to each other.
Yeah.
You know, like there's not like a lot of drama. It's just like they're sitting down and talking. Love.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to talk about it.
Oh, me too. Now I'm shocked that that's actually your favorite episode of the series so far.
The whole series. The whole series. I love it.
Okay. I do feel like there might be some that will beat it mainly next season. I'll be honest.
Maybe.
But I won't go too much into that. But yeah, no, episode 8 is a really well done episode.
Love it.
It's
obsessed
great. There are 2 great conversations I'm so excited to talk about in that episode.
Me too. Fully.
It's gonna be good. The first clip is called Isak Yaki, which is Isak's Instagram.
Yes.
Which aired on Saturday, April 23rd, 2016 at 12:34 p.m. So Noora and Ava are in Noora's room hanging out, and Ava talks about the penetrators concept for the riot concept, which is their Russ concept for the bus party.
The riot club?
Yeah. And then Noora brings up that she saw Isak get into Chris's car.
I no longer think they fucking.
No, they kind of explained this episode. I'm not sure you missed it, but yeah, there is reason.
They do.
Yeah, they do. So, yeah, so we kind of learn why they are hanging out, and it's not because they fucking.
Damn.
I mean, I don't think they fucking, but I don't think they're fucking.
Damn.
They were not fucking. And Ava's like, "Oh my god, what if they fucking?" Like, she thought that too. So.
She thought that too. See, I'm not crazy for thinking it.
No, I mean, I feel like that's what you're supposed to think. You're like, oh, interesting.
That's why I figured like even halfway through this episode, I was like, they not fucking, because like they're trying to make you think so hard that they might be.
Yeah.
That it's like, no, they're gonna switcheroo it and be like, no, what are you talking about? It was this the whole time.
Yeah. And then Eskil appears and he's like, oh, what are you guys talking about? And Ava kind of wants to tell him. Noora's like, no, don't tell him. But Eskil's like, Ava, me and you are like friends, so like you should probably tell me what's going on. And Ava does. And she said that they think that Isak's gay. And Eskil's like, oh yeah, I talked to him on Grindr last week. But then says that was a joke, but...
I fully thought he was serious for a second there. I was like, oh my god. Like,
are they fucking?
He was like, no, I'm kidding. I was like, damn.
Oh jeez, that would been so funny. No, but he does look at Isak's profile and says like, oh yeah, no, he is handsome, and he's gonna find out if he is gay. And goes off to do whatever he does, and Noora asks Ava if she knows what she just started.
Honestly, like, if there was more skilled in this episode with like all of this stuff going on, I would have found him a little annoying. Like, I was starting to get annoyed by Skill. I have been starting to get annoyed by Skill.
Yeah.
So, like, no. Like, he was trying to, like, take her clothes while she was gone. Like, he's trying to, like, fuck with her friends. I'm like, can we not? Like,
yeah. I will say his skill does get a lot better later on.
Okay.
Similar to Vilda, I think. Like, I know Vilda's been annoying you up to previous points, but I do say, like, I kept saying,
done
like,
now.
You good now?
Yeah, all good now.
Again, I told you, she gets better, and I'm gonna say the same thing. His skill gets better. Like, okay. There's a certain part in the later season that I'm not gonna talk about now, obviously, but it's, like, I feel like you're gonna love him for that.
Okay.
So, I'm excited to get there.
Can't wait.
Oh, it's great. The next clip is called Don't Be Nice, released on Monday, April 25th, 2016 at 11:11 a.m. So Noora and Wilhelm are making out in the school basement.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. And they're like, yeah, we should probably get to class. But they still continue to do that. And then he says that he like, she asks, oh, can they see each other tonight? But Wilhelm says, no, I have stuff tonight. Can we do it tomorrow? So they kind of push back their plans.
Dude. You're gonna hate me. I really love them.
Oh, I knew it. I told you. I said it like so early on. I'm like, you're falling for them. And you're like, no, I'm not. I'm like, yes, you are.
I really love them. I do. They're cute.
God.
They're cute.
I
don't
knew
know if my
Y'all, we lost
opinion will
her.
change in the next couple episodes, but like
We lost her.
I like them.
She's gone over to
I
the
really like them.
bad side.
What's so bad about him?
He
Nothing's
sucks.
Bad. He doesn't suck.
He's so annoying. Oh my god.
He's made questionable decisions, but and has said mean things. But I think we're learning and growing as a person.
Fine. Anyway. God damn it. I knew it too. I think I knew you would like them, which annoyed me, but like I was also like, ugh, fine, whatever.
I'm a very obvious person.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you know what? There's still a few more episodes left this season.
You're right.
And there's still 2 more seasons after this. You don't know.
My opinion could change. I'll give you that.
I might be able to sway you back.
I can always be swayed.
I might be able to sway you back. I'll try.
Unless some big shit happens. I don't know if you'll be able to. I'm very stubborn.
I know, but you also said that when you hated him too, so.
True, but like I didn't but like that was like when I hate someone, I'm very easily swayed to be like, I see the point, but like unless I'm like really, really hate them. Like I was like, I think back when I didn't like him, I was like, yeah, I didn't like that he did that. I didn't like that he did that. But like I wasn't like, what a dickhead! Oh, horrible idiot!
I was like that.
Yeah, I know.
That was me.
Yeah, that was you. But like,
oh.
I can always be swayed. But but if I love a couple, it's very hard for me to be swayed.
Don't worry, I will try my best to do so. So don't worry. That is my new mission, to sway you to the back to the good side of the tracks.
Okay, go ahead and try.
Okay. Anyway, William says that he has a hard on and can't leave yet, so he kind of just like waits there with her.
Yeah. And he's like, make it go away, and she was like, can I meet your brother? I'm like, oh,
there
that
it
went
is.
away. There you go.
And then he's
there
like,
it is.
I mean, he does say before the weekend, maybe that's when they can meet. But and then he brings up that Villa asked if they could party on their bus on Friday, and Noora says she doesn't want to like have the girls get on the bus with the penetrators and Wilhelm and Villa and that whole
all
drama.
in the same room.
Yeah, and Wilhelm says that he has to go, so there's that situation. Then later, Villa and Ava are talking about chlamydia in the eye and the mouth and trying not to catch that.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, good. You shouldn't try to catch chlamydia and be aware of not catching it.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Noora walks in with a very smudgy lipstick.
Dude, how could you not look in a mirror to fix that first? You wear lipstick all the time. I feel like the first thing you would have done was be like, let's check this, make sure we're good before we go anywhere that Villa is. Come on.
Yeah,
Come
and
on.
Ava's like, oh, your lipstick's a little smudged. And she's like, oh, I just ate. And she's like, what, dick?
What, dick?
And Vilda's reaction is the best.
Yeah, she's like...
I know, it's like an obnoxious fake laugh, but it's so funny.
Oh, God, it was so funny.
And then Ava said that Vilda arranged them to party with the penetrators on Friday. And Vilda asks, like, oh, who do you want to hook up with, Noora? And Noora says she doesn't want to hook up with anyone. But Vilda says that they get to party on the bus, so they need to pay them back in some way. Which...
You don't have to have sex with people to pay them back for anything. Vilda, it's okay.
Noora said they don't have to give them anything back, which is good.
Get them some cookies.
Yeah, bring like cookies or chips or something.
Bring cookies or chips. Bring a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Like anything. Like you don't have to have sex with people to pay them back.
No. And then Vilda said like she doesn't have to hook up with anyone, but she suggests Julian because he's sweet and feminine, which she thinks is Noora's type because she's still on the whole Noora's a lesbian thing.
She still thinks she's a lesbian. Girl!
I forgot about that. I'll be honest, that was funny. I was like, really? That's hilarious.
Oh, Vilda. She's seen her make out with William. And still, she's like, maybe she could be. I don't know.
I mean, I think it's more of Vilda trying to act more like herself before she knew that.
Maybe.
And that's why she's like, oh, feminine, because remember when I thought you were a lesbian? I'll keep bringing
Remember?
that up.
That was the whole thing?
Yeah. And then Vilda's like, it doesn't matter, Noora. I'm gonna get you a hookup. And walks away.
Please don't give me a hookup.
Well, she already has one.
She already has a hookup. She's set. She's hooked up.
She's hooked up. The next clip is called Dick. Released on Tuesday, April 26, 2016 at 5:15 p.m.
God.
So Noora and Wilhelm walk into Noora's room, and they instantly start making out on her bed.
Yeah. Figured.
Yeah. And Wilhelm says, like, hey, remember when you said you're not having sex till marriage? That was hilarious. And she's like, that wasn't a joke. Again,
True.
still bring this up. Just saying.
I see what you're doing.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I very much agree. I do like how he like got off and initially was just like, yeah, me too. I think it's totally cool to wait. Like, and then she's like, really? And he's like, no. I found it kind of funny. But he's not like literally forcing her. He's not saying, well, too bad, and like kissing her when she doesn't want to be kissed. Like, she was kissing him back. They were having fun kissing and shit. But he wasn't like putting his hand anywhere that wasn't wanted. He wasn't like really forcing her. I find that all right, you know?
I mean, fair, but also the fact that he keeps bringing it up, like, despite the fact she has said, like, hey, that's not a joke.
Yes,
hey, this
she
is
has.
really my intention.
I think if it gets to a point where she's like, okay, now I'm serious, now you need to stop bringing it up, then it'll become a problem. But if it's the way that he's like half joking around about it, and they're like kind of half joking around about it, it doesn't seem as bad right now, because like he's not forcing her to do anything. Like, it doesn't seem like he's gonna like literally force her, or he's making her uncomfortable by constantly doing it. Like, she keeps saying, no, I mean no, and he's just like, all right. Like, it seems like that kind of thing. So she doesn't seem uncomfortable at the moment, so I think it's okay.
Fine.
As long as she's not outrageously uncomfortable and having a horrible time with it, then I'm alright with it. Once she starts to get uncomfortable, then it's not okay. But if she's fine right now, then she's fine.
Fine.
Just saying.
Anyway.
I don't see your problem with him.
What?
I don't see your problem with him.
We'll get there. Then Eskil barges in, and he's like, oh, who's that? And Noora's like, Eskil, Wilhelm, Eskil, and like, does that. And then Eskil states like, hey, by the way, I talked to Isak and he's not gay.
He's just like...
And Nora's like, Wilhelm's right there. Like,
I also noticed, by the way, that you defiantly keep calling him Wilhelm.
Have you? Yeah, I told you I'm gonna keep calling him that. I am not associating him with my name. Fuck that. Like, no.
You're like, this bitch is not anywhere near me.
I have literally been calling him that since Noora came up with that nickname for him. Since we talked about it on the podcast, I continually called him that this whole time because I do not like him.
It's so funny.
Yeah. And then, yeah, so Noora kind of gets mad though. Eskil just said that right in front of Wilhelm, and Eskil's like, oh, what? Like, is it a secret not to be gay anymore?
Yeah, I find that funny. Yeah. What, is it a secret not to be gay now? Like,
Yeah. And then proceeds to say that Noora needs dick. And leaves.
There was a part that was kind of funny to me. Is when he was just like, can you relax like to him and stuff like that? And he's just like, I've been trying. That was kind of funny.
But then Noora receives a text message from Vilda more about the hooking up thing at the bus. And Noora says, like, hey, we need to stop this. And Wilhelm says that he can because the guys are excited about partying with a Muslim. Yeah.
Why? What's the...
Yeah, so that's, I guess, why he can't call the party off. Or at least can't not uninvite the girls at the very least. He can't do that because he needs Sana there because the guys want. I don't know. She handles herself very well though. We find out later on. So you know what?
Yeah, she does.
Great.
Stan Sana.
Oh, 100%. The next clip is called "Call Me," released on Wednesday, April 27th, 2016 at 12:30 p.m. And Noora and Ava are sitting by the windowsill. Yeah, the little call me sign.
Took me a second.
Yeah, and they're kind of sitting there watching Isak, which is a little weird, but yeah.
He probably is like standing near the window because they always sit at the windowsill and like.
Yeah, but they're purposely
Jill
watching
seems
him
to be
this
a
time.
thing.
Like they are purposely.
True, but they probably saw him out there and they were like, "Aha, let's watch." Like they were probably already sitting there when he walked by and stood there, but they probably weren't like, "Okay, he's going that way. All right, let's go sit over here. Maybe we'll say."
And while they're there, Noora gets a text from Wilhelm saying that.
Oh, does she?
Yeah,
Did she get a text from William?
I know, I fucked up because I read the name wrong.
Does she get a text?
She got a text from Wilhelm. My bad. Sorry, I forgot to say that. God, the names are now mixing up in my head now too, depending on which one's right or not. So it's just like trying to speak is hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, Wilhelm says that his brother returned to Stockholm.
Yeah, I knew the second she received that message that that's a bold-faced lie.
Yeah.
I was like, no, he didn't.
So lying to her is not great, just saying.
Maybe if his brother wasn't such a dick, he wouldn't have to.
I mean, you could have just said, hey, my brother's a dick. You don't want to meet him.
Well, it might be a fucking complicated family relationship. Like, he is probably embarrassed by his brother. I'll get more into this later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it when we get to that scene, but...
Yeah, I think he's more embarrassed by his brother than he is by Noora. That's like the whole, like, juggling thing. Like, she probably thinks, oh, you're embarrassed to be seen with me, but no, he's embarrassed to have his brother introduced to people. Like, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So then Noora says that Eskil talked to Isak and said that he wasn't gay. And Ava's like, okay, well, how do we know that for sure? And Nora's like, I don't know, that's what Eskil said, but that's what I got it based off. Like, he probably would know better.
Yeah, it's not based on much.
Yeah.
But it's just him being like, the vibe is off.
But also, yeah, I feel like Eskil might know better than Noora or Ava.
Yeah, true. True.
So it's hard to explain with that. But
well, then why was he looking at the gay porn is the question then. That's the mystery we gotta find out if he's apparently not gay.
He could have just been, like, curious. Like, it could have been, like, one of those, like, sexuality crises. I'm just trying to, like, you know.
He also could be gay and was probably just, like, not interested in you when Eskil messaged him. Like...
You know what? The mystery's up in the air.
Up in the air. We have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. But then they continue watching Isak, and they see Chris walk by. And he literally holds up his hand, like, call me real quick to him. And both Noora and Eva are like, what the fuck was that?
It's the call me sign.
God. But they're also like, they're not very subtle about it though. Like, that's not like a secret thing. Yeah. It's not like a wipe, poke your nose, or like a flick your...
Just immediately call
me.
Like,
hey, call me, and then be like, yeah, anyway. Well, so.
Yeah, so immediately then too, I was like, if they were like fucking, I feel like they'd be more secretive about it than call me.
Yeah.
Like, call me seems very obvious, so it must be about something else.
Yeah. Then the next clip is called Riot, released on Friday, April 29th, 2016 at 8:41 p.m. So the girls walk to the penetrator bus and they start partying there. And Vilda immediately introduces Noora to Julian.
Mm-hmm.
And they talk. But also, Vilda's talking to Wilhelm and...
Yeah, what, like, judging by, like, what happens in the next thing, like, why is she talking? Why'd she walk over and talk to him?
Are you talking about the confrontation scene with Vilda and Noora next episode?
Yeah, like, based off of that scene, knowing what I know now, why did she walk over and talk to him? What did they talk about?
I'll be honest, I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe it was just to throw everyone off.
Yeah, I think Vilda's still trying to play that she's into Wilhelm until Noora tells her. I think that was her thing right now. Like, yes, she knows, but I think she's also trying to... I think she wanted Noora to tell her the truth.
Yeah.
And I think she wants to play like she doesn't know. And obviously, if Vilda went to a party with Wilhelm and didn't talk to him, people would know something's up.
Yeah.
Like, so I think maybe that's what it was. She was just like, hey, here's Julian. I'm going to talk to Wilhelm and, like, you know, do all that shit. Woo. And then, yeah. But then Chris walks up to Wilhelm and things kind of get awkward from there. But before that, Ava does go to Noora and she's like, hey, so I was trying to hook up with Chris, but then Isak called him and he stopped everything.
And yeah, And right after that, everyone starts moving towards the door.
Yeah, all the guys leave, and Wilhelm tells Noora, hey, stay here. And she's
I
like,
was like,
why?
the fuck is going on?
Well, we find out what the fuck is going on real quick, because the girls do not wait in the
Uh,
bus. They immediately
no,
go
they do
out.
not.
They follow. And then Bill's like, oh shit, that's the Yakuza guys. And we see a fight start breaking out. And everyone's just fighting each other, and Wilhelm takes a bottle and smashes it over a guy's head. And Noora immediately just walked away after that, so she's like, I don't want to deal with this shit no more.
Yeah, I found it interesting. Yeah, that was a really cool shot how all the other girls just stood very still, and then Nora's just walking away. I find that a very interesting shot.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah. And this reminds me of the time I actually got a bottle smashed over my head.
You got a bottle smashed over your head? Fucking when?
Yeah. It was in drama. For a show. Yeah, it was a fake bottle, but like every time I see a bottle smashed over someone's head, I always think of that.
Yeah, breakaway bottles.
Breakaway bottle, yeah. It was nice. It was fun.
Very cool.
Good time. I always bring that up every time.
I feel like I've seen breakaway bottles. I don't remember where. I mean, it wasn't in theater because I wasn't in theater. I must have been like at like Universal Studios, maybe, because in the special effects show they show you shit like that, where they'll like be like, "Ooh, look, we're cutting this girl's arm in half." But we're not really. Like,
yeah.
They'll show you like special effects stuff, and I have that show memorized, and I'm pretty sure there's no bottle breaking in it, but I'm not sure. I don't fully remember. It could have been there. Could have been Warner Brothers. I feel like it was at like a set of some sort that they were like showing people like, "Ooh, look, it breaks."
Yeah. No, but it was fun. It was a good time.
I like shit like that. It's cool.
So that's it for season 2, episode 7. Noora, you need dick. We will take a break, and when we come back, we will talk about Skam season 2, episode 8. You're only thinking about Wilhelm.
Heck yeah! Very excited to talk about that.
This is a good episode. This is a big episode too. A lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. So we will be right back.
A twisted new season of The Traitors is finally here.
What did I get myself into?
The prize, $250,000.
I'm gonna lie and cheat and do whatever I have to do to win.
If you're gonna come for me, I'll finish you.
Shame on you!
I'm out for blood.
It is like a firing squad. Boom, 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 boom.
Let the games begin. Emmy Award winner, The Traitors. New episode streaming Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Only on Peacock.
And we are back with Skam, season 2, episode 8. All you think about is Wilhelm. We just recapped Skam, season 2, episode 7. Noora, you need dick. But now we're on to all you only think about Wilhelm.
Alright.
So, the first clip is called
Billy,
War.
I don't think that's the title of the episode. I think you actually have to say the title of the
Do I
episode
have
for it
to?
to make sense. Yeah, you fucking do.
That's mean. That's mean of you, but fine, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Oh, see, so we're back talking about Skam season 2, episode 8. You only think about William. There.
Yay!
I hate those things. Oh. Anyway, the first clip is called War. War. Released on Saturday, April 30th, 2016 at 12:34 p.m. So, Noora is at the park, and she's waiting for Wilhelm to show up. And she explains that her battery is fucked. But she actually talked about it in the last episode at the beginning. I really forgot to mention that.
I mean, my battery was kind of fucked in Korea. It was like draining like after like 2 hours.
Yeah. Which is foreshadowing for eventually later this episode that we see that leads to a lot. So little details sometimes mean a lot.
Little details.
Yes.
Her battery got fucked, and she may have done as well.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I was just going off based off the trailer and how I was like, all of it was kind of connecting.
Yep. Okay. There we go.
I had a pun and I ran with it.
I mean, hey, you know what? It was a good pun. I liked it. I appreciated it. I was shocked, but I appreciated it. So Wilhelm does show up, and they kind of take a stroll, and he asks if he can get a kiss, and Noora does kiss him, but it's kind of like awkward.
Yeah.
And they continue to walk, and it's awkward. And Wilhelm says like, "Hey, can we just get this arguing over with?" And Noora says she doesn't want to argue with him.
I do like how, like, they both sense that, like, some kind of, like, talk needs to happen, some kind of argument needs to happen. And the air around them kind of, like, says that. They're just like, should we take a stroll? Yeah, let's take a stroll. Like, we both know that something needs to happen here. I find that very interesting dynamic. It's interesting to see how they kind of plan it out as well. Like, I don't want to argue, but I feel like we should, so... And once they start, they, like, spiral, like, in through the argument, which is very interesting. It reminds me of how, like, oh gosh, I'm trying to think. I think it was in How I Met Your Mother. It was whenever, like, Lily and Marshall hit pause on their arguments. And, like, when they hit play again, they would start, they'd be like, I don't understand why this would happen. But they'd start like that, like, normally. And then it would spiral pretty quickly into, but da-da-da-da-da, and they'd start, like, yelling and stuff like that. So it's very interesting. I love seeing that, because it's interesting to see how fast an argument can go downhill.
Yeah. So then he kind of says, like, yes, we need to argue, this is what's going to happen. He says, like, you're going to say this, I'm going to say this, blah, blah, blah. And, like, kind of maps out the argument pretty quickly. Yeah. But then Noora says, like, that he smashed a bottle over a guy's head. Like, he could have killed that guy. Like, it's not just about, like, punches and kicks and all that. It's like, you could have killed that guy.
That guy could have killed one of them. Like, what about that guy? Why isn't that guy in trouble, Noora? Like, I love you, Noora. He's in
the hospital, like, getting stitches on his skull. Probably.
Okay, but that guy also beat up, like, a bunch of fucking people in not just the penetrators, but also beat up Jonas.
That is true.
As well.
But
so, like, why the fuck are we yelling at him?
To this?
No, but
killing
like,
him?
Obviously,
like, that's like saying if he took a knife and stabbed him, it's like, oh, well, yeah, that coming because he kept beating up people.
I don't think he would have died from a bottle being smashed in his head. It's a bottle.
Well, it's your head too. Like your head, like you can get a concussion or a coma,
yeah,
and like
your head. But like, it didn't feel like it was a death kind of moment, you know. So.
Well, I mean, I hate to break it, but we never see this guy again. I don't think we hear about him.
I don't think he dies. He doesn't die. William would have gotten in so much more trouble if he died.
Well, maybe he's not dead yet, and he's like in the hospital, and then it's like slowly, like, you know, on the beeping machine, and then eventually
it'll go beep,
and then it'll be like, ooh, Wilhelm's charged with violence and death.
I guess we'll see.
And Wilhelm said it was in self-defense, which is a lie. It was not in self-defense.
I did notice that. I was like, but
it was not. It was to protect your friend or whatever. Fine. But it was not in self-defense. He was not attacking you with that.
It was to protect his friend, though.
But it was not in his self-defense. So
it wasn't his personal self-defense. It was in his friend's self-defense.
Yeah, but still, that's bullshit. Whatever. I'm stuck on that.
Damn.
And then Wilhelm says that, yeah, it's like, so yeah, Wilhelm actually says what you said. Like, yeah, the Yakuza beat up people too. And then she said, like, you could talk to them or contact the police, but not just respond with what they do. Like, that's not gonna... Fighting fire with fire just makes more fire.
Yeah, but I was also partly on his side. They both had kind of, like, interesting arguments here, and I kind of sided with both of them, but I side a little more with him as well. Because, like, girl, you can't talk to those guys. Like, just sitting down and being like, hey, we shouldn't fight. That's not gonna get through to these guys at all. They're bad people. Like, they're not just gonna be like, you're right, let's sit down and have a chat. They're gonna pull a gun on you. They're gonna pull a knife on you if you try and talk some shit out. Because they're intimidating people. They like to intimidate people. Like, they like to instill fear in people. That's not gonna work. And that was a little naive of her to assume that. I will say
the talking thing, yeah, that wouldn't work. But, I mean, you could call the police. Like, when Jonas got beat up, be like, hey, these fucking people just beat up this guy. Maybe do something about this. And the police probably would have, like, charged him, arrested him, or something.
Maybe, but also, sometimes people have hands in, like, police and stuff like that, so you never know. Like,
do we know for sure? I don't think we know they do, though. Like, it's not like... It's not like they said, like, oh, we could call the police, and he's like, no, they, like, one of them's the son of the head chief of the police, like, there's no way. Yeah, that's
true. We don't know that, but they don't know that either, so...
But that's just assuming things. Like, we can't base anything off of assumptions.
It's also, I'm wondering why they didn't, this is just me trying to figure out why they didn't call the police. It could have been like, if they...
Because they're hot-headed.
No.
Yes.
It could have also been because... I'm trying to think of many reasons. Another one could be like, maybe also, if they called the police, they would have gotten in trouble for something as well, because they've they lit that fucking house on fire. They've done 5 million other things that had to do with the Yakuza as well, because there was a problem with them before. So that they could have been as, we've both done shit on both sides that we could get in trouble, same as them. So I'm just trying to think of the reasoning behind it as well.
So instead of doing the right thing, he decided to protect his own ass and just smash someone with a bottle.
Not his
instead.
own ass, his friend's ass too.
Him and his friends' asses. Him too. He
and
was also
their
involved.
friends' asses. They protected Isak and Jonas as well.
They weren't. I mean, Isak wasn't really involved. Isak was just trying to do it to help Jonas because he got
Isak was there as well though, because he could have gotten hurt by them as well because he was there. Yakuza like to beat people up. They would have beat Isak up just for fucking fun.
I mean, whatever.
They weren't protecting just themselves. They're protecting Yakuza as well.
I still say if you see people doing bad things and you do that same bad thing against them to try to get even with them, it doesn't fix anything. It's the whole fight.
Agreed, but I don't think talking was going to handle it.
I don't think talking would have handled it either, but that's why I said going to the police is probably the best option.
I'm not a big fan of police.
I mean, me neither, but I feel again, this is what happens. You get in the fight, and then the fighting just keeps going, and then you never stop fighting. You just end up in an endless cycle of fighting. That is what's going to happen.
Mm.
And eventually, it's going to escalate where someone's going to die at some point.
I wonder if someone will die. We'll have to see.
If not already. We don't know. That guy still could be dead in the hospital with the beeping machine.
I feel like we'd know if he did die. It would be a big thing. They'd be like, oh my god, he died.
Well, again, he still could be on the beeping machine and just be like, beep, beep.
Okay, we're just
beep.
waiting for the beep.
Just wait. The beep. We'll wait. Wilhelm says that violence solves things every day and that the world is driven by violence and war. And he asked her why she thinks Norway is such a free and democratic country, asking if she thinks it's because they had a nice chat over coffee and cake, and that people fought for this. And when people try to take their freedom, they solved it with violence.
This is such an interesting argument to watch, because I agree with both, kind of, because I agree with him on the fact, yeah, it's true, this is how we got freedom and shit like that. Obviously, it wasn't done by talking. How do you think all this happened? I agree with that as well, but I'm also hugely on her side, because I don't like war either. I've always been against war. I fully don't believe war should happen at all. And I just find it all very interesting to watch, because I keep going, oh, you're right. Oh, fuck, you're right. Oh, you're right. Shit. Oh, fuck, you're right. And I keep going back and forth.
Yeah.
It's so intriguing to watch.
No, and I definitely agree. They do both make points to where it's
Yeah.
it's hard to pick. This is one of those morally gray areas.
It is,
where
yeah.
you can just determine right or wrong based on this.
Yeah.
And yeah, they both make good points for their arguments. This is a really good debate they're having. Until the orchestra walks by and they need to stop having that conversation.
The fucking orchestra. It just it kept going up, and I was like, is this background music or something happening nearby? What is going on?
Yeah.
Is he making a freedom speech and so they've given him background music? But then they walk by. I was like, oh fucking god, can I help you?
This was it was so random, but it was so funny.
It was so funny.
But then Noora tells him that she can't be together with a guy who smashes bottles over people's heads. And she said that she just needs space to think about all this. And she can't think when she's with him because everything gets messy in her head. And Wilhelm says, fine, a little bit of space. And then walks away.
Damn. So upset.
I'm not. The next clip is called Slut, Slut, Slut. Released on Monday, May 2nd, 2016 at 11:30 a.m. So, on Sana's Instagram, girl Chris is going through it, and apparently someone named Ala9753 commented slut on every picture.
Damn.
Of Sana's.
That's a bit over the top.
Yep. And, I mean, I'm sure you can assume who Ala9753 is. Yeah.
It's a guess, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And then Chris says it's from the Sana post that she posted while they were at the bus. And she also adds that it wasn't because she was being slutty, but because Sana behaved like a nun while the riot guys tried to get with her.
Yeah.
And then Ava tell the story about one of the guys came up to Sana and asked if she wanted to join him in the back of the bus and sit on his face. And Sana said, "Why would I? Is your nose bigger than your dick?"
Iconic.
Right. And Vilda's like, "Oh, which one said that?" And Sana's like, "I don't fucking know. Some
I don't
guy
fucking know, just a dick.
who wouldn't take no for an answer."
Yeah.
Then Chris says, like, how the one time they're having a good time on a, like, then Chris says, like, the one time they're having a good time with, like, the penetrator and stuff, a big fight breaks out.
Yeah.
And everything goes to hell. And while they talk about this, Noora is looking at Wilhelm, who is on the other side of the school. And Ava explains that this fight wasn't random, that Isak contacted the penetrators after Jonas was beaten up. And they kind of organized this fight with the Yakuza.
Damn. So that's what the Call Me was about.
Yes. And also, at this point, Sana has noticed that Noora is looking at Wilhelm.
Yeah,
She's
she
like-
noticed. I was like, she
What?
sees it.
And she immediately is like,
Ah.
I see you.
Fucking on.
Then Villa asks what happened to the guy who got smashed by a bottle, and Ava said someone filmed this, so if they report it, Wilhelm is screwed.
Oh.
And he could be sentenced to prison for extreme violence.
Oh no.
Yep.
Smug smile on her face. Swear to God.
Yeah, y'all can't see that, but it's...
We can hear it.
Yeah. The next clip is called Just Thinking of Wilhelm.
Just thinking of who?
The next clip is called Just Thinking of William, released on Wednesday, May 4th, 2016.
I'm just saying we should be accurate about titles. Just saying.
Anyway, Nora's sitting at the window. And Sana joins her. And Nora's like, "Hey, I'm trying to write a paper for Norwegian." And Sana's like, "But you can't because you're only thinking about Wilhelm." And Nora's like, I like how they stay silent, and Nora's like she's trying to think of an excuse, but Sana's like, "Don't even."
Yeah,
Like,
don't even try. Like, obviously, I'm not stupid.
And then Sana's like, "So what's the deal?" And Noora says the deal is that she's really in love with Wilhelm.
Oh.
And then Noora asks Sana if she ever wanted to just drink and hook up with people, because obviously they're the only two girls in the girl squad who don't drink or really hook up with people.
Yeah.
And Sana's like, "Sure." And Nora's like, "Well, why don't you?" And Sana says that her religion is stronger than her lust. Which is interesting to note, I think.
Yeah.
And that her religion is more important to her than hooking up or drinking. And Noora says that that's exactly it. Nothing feels more important than her being with Wilhelm. Despite the fact she knows there should be.
Yeah.
Which isn't great.
Because she's happy. It's because she's in love. She hasn't really, like, gone through that before, so it's very new to her.
I mean, yeah, but you also shouldn't be at the state where you're, like, willing to throw everything away for...
Well, I don't think she is. That's the point.
Well, she says, like, there's nothing more important than being with Wilhelm.
Like, right
So.
now. It's okay for her to evolve into things like that.
I don't know. I disagree.
Okay.
Then Sana asks why they're not together, and Noora says, like, "Oh, because he's a bad person." And Noora said that he's very controlling, and Sana asks how he's controlling, and Noora explains that he tells her what to feel, say, and do.
I don't see that.
And then Sana then asks if she doesn't contradict him, and Noora says, "Oh, well, she does." And Sana asks if he gets angry when she does, and Noora says he doesn't, but he then argued in such a way that she can't disagree with him. What's your take on that? You said you didn't see that?
I agree with, like, literally every fucking word that Sana says. Like, this is very interesting. It's like, so she's like, so he's smarter at certain points, and, like, that's not sitting right with you. And it's just like, what? Wait, what? Like, the way she's, like, rewording her things to be like, no, what you mean is this. This is basically what I'm hearing coming from you. She's
Yeah.
like, It's very interesting I fucking love every word that Sana is saying. This scene is great.
This scene is great. I love Sana, and this scene is
Sana.
like part of it just because like not mainly for this stuff, but for the stuff later she talked about in the scene is really interesting.
This scene is great. I love the just character like development you see in it, and just like rethink about what everything you're saying. Like, he doesn't get pissed off when you disagree with him. Like, all the points that she's bringing up are fantastic. I love this scene. God damn.
Yeah. And then Noora said that she's just trying to be strong and independent, and that she shouldn't change her opinions for a guy. And Sana says she is strong and independent when she is capable of changing her opinions regardless of what gender makes her do so.
Fucking love that.
Love
it.
Love that.
Love.
And then Sana says there's nothing wrong with Wilhelm challenging how Noora thinks, and that if she's not afraid to say what she means, then she doesn't see why she's worried he's controlling her.
I love this. Points are being made. I love it.
But then Noora says that he's violent and smashed a bottle over someone's head.
But Sana says, why?
So Sana said, why did he do so? And Noora said, then goes into the whole thing that we talked about earlier with the war and violence and all that stuff. And Sana says that's not the reason why he did that.
Yeah.
And she says he did it because he was angry and scared, and asked Noora why that was.
Have you talked to him about it?
And Nora's like, I don't know. And it sounds like, well, that's the issue.
You should ask him. Yeah. That's very interesting. I love it. She's bringing up a lot of points I didn't even think about before. I was
she
like,
is
wow.
so smart.
That's so intriguing. Yeah, I know. Sana is so smart. I love Sana.
Sounds like the smartest person on the show.
Fantastic. Before in season 1, I was just like, yeah, she's fun. She's a good time. In this, I'm like, holy shit. She is like fantastic. She's so wise. She's so interesting. Like,
she's the best.
I love Sana.
Sana's best. And then Sana says it's interesting that Noora is against war, because war doesn't start with violence. It starts with misunderstandings and prejudice.
Very good point.
Yeah, and says that if Noora wants a world full of peace, she has to try to understand why others think and act the way they do. And she says she has to accept that not everyone sees the world the same way as her.
That's a very good point.
I love that.
Like, if you get to the really deep root cause of war, like, yeah, you can be like, oh, well, this person struck first. This person threw the first missile. This person did this. Yeah, but go deeper than that. Obviously, it started with someone not liking someone else. Why?
Yeah.
Like, it all boils down to thoughts and feelings and emotions and things like that. It doesn't just boil down to it started with violence. It goes deeper than that.
Yes.
I found that so interesting. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I love that part when she talked about that. It's so interesting.
So
and like, yeah, that's something I really relate to as well. That's definitely the way I see things a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in real life. So
fully agree. That's fantastic.
Yeah, because again, it shows that like everyone's different, and like no one wakes up and decides they want to be the bad guy or be evil and do like bad things for the sake of being bad. It's the way they think is right might be different from someone else's, and because they're different, there's issues, and it causes fights and problems and war and violence and all that stuff. And it's once you really look at that, it's when you can kind of try to relate to them in some way. Like, why are they doing this? Why would they act this way? You know?
Exactly.
Love that. Fucking love Sana.
It's so interesting. It's so smart.
And then Sana confronts Noora on how she hasn't made an attempt to understand the one she loves, and that she's pessimistic on behalf of the rest of the world. And says that Noora doesn't want to be together with Wilhelm, but that she can't decide without trying to understand him first. Like, you can see Noora is like definitely listening to what Sana's saying and like takes in the information. She's like, okay, Sana makes points.
She makes many points.
Many points. But then Vilda gives another point.
Another point.
Yeah, and she says she's scared that she'll be devastated. And Sana says, don't underestimate Vilda.
Yeah.
She is the strongest out of all of them. And Vilda is the first person Sana would choose to go to war with.
Which, to be honest, when she said that, made perfect sense to me. I was like, yeah, because if she took someone into war, like, I feel like Vilda would be standing in front going like, No, because why would it, like, she would very firmly stand her ground. I think Vilda definitely has that personality where, like, yes, she's, like, obsessive, but she could be obsessive in a good way as well. Like, she could be very firm on, like, her protecting her friends and doing what needs to be done.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And then Sana starts to encourage Noora to tell Vilda, and said that she will understand because deep down she knows Wilhelm isn't hers. Deep down in like the atom of the protein of like a box and a smaller box in there,
There's
she knows.
a small tiny box in a proton, in an atom, in a cell, in like very, very deep down there. That's where she knows.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
It was so good. And then Sana wishes Noora good luck and tells her that if nothing is more important than being with Wilhelm, then she has to try to make it work. And she says it's not certain it'll go well, and that it might go to hell, but that's life, and it's possible to know for sure how things are going to go. Unless, you have a magical hijab like she does, which... And then Noora asks, like, hey, what did your magical hijab say about me and Wilhelm? And Sana says, it says, Inshallah.
Have you looked up what that means?
I mean, she says it essentially means, like, who knows?
Who knows?
Did you look it up, or do you want me to?
No.
Oh, I don't know if that's an actual definition.
I just figured you like to go deep into things, so I figured you looked it up.
Well, again, I literally was watching it in the car.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, it says, that time will come in... Oh, wait, no, that's an example.
Ah.
Oh, if Allah wills it.
Ah.
So again, it's kind of like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
If it happens, yeah.
So yeah, so
it might not. Depends.
It is what it is. And then Noora says, like, who would have thought Sana has a soft side?
Ah.
And Sana says, don't fucking tell anyone.
Exactly. I was like, she's gonna be like, don't spread that around. I can't have my reputation ruined.
Yeah, I know. Like, I love it.
Amazing.
Next clip is called Vilda.
Vilda.
Released on Thursday, May 5th, 2016 at 12:34 p.m. So Noora goes see Vilda, who is working out on the park stairs. And they kind of greet and like sit down and chat. And immediately, Noora tells Vilda that she's in love with Wilhelm.
After this scene, I gotta admit, really love Vilda.
I told you!
Yeah.
I said, like, cause last week you were like, yeah, she's kind of annoying. And I'm like, trust me, get there. And this was the there I was talking about. It's this point. I was like, this was the scene. I'm like, wait.
This is a very good scene, and especially for Vilda. Like, I really enjoyed her character after this scene. She's fantastic.
It's great. It shows so much growth in this, and like
so much growth. Oh my gosh. And I said I like that we get to see her explain like her thought process of everything that had been going on from like the beginning of the show with her being into William and everything like that. And I like to see that she explains just everything. Just like, this is what I thought here. This is what I thought here after this incident. Yeah. And it gives me more insight into her character and what's actually going on in her mind as well. Mm-hmm. Very interesting. I'm very happy that they gave us that.
Oh yeah, same. It's like a great scene. Yes, then they'll ask her if Wilhelm is in love with her, and she says she thinks so.
Maybe.
And Noora kind of asks like what Vilda's thinking, and Vilda says she's a bit relieved. And then this goes back to what you were talking about, where like Vilda's whole thought process of like how she was obsessed with Wilhelm, and then knew he was a fuckboy and tried to get over him. But then he started like asking her to hang out more when like to get the girls together and like do all that stuff.
And the whole point I was like, that might have been Noora. Sorry.
Yeah, and I think she kind of realized that too. Like she's like, oh yeah. Vilda then explains that now that Noora said that she's in love with him, she doesn't have to wonder what his feelings are anymore. Like she doesn't have to think about him in that way, and she can just move on. And it's like a nice relief. Yeah. Like it's like she quickly got over him in a sense. Like she's not hooked on him anymore. It's kind of like, okay, I don't need to spend so much time thinking about him anymore. I can just move on and know that he's just with Noora now. And
exactly. Love that. Love that for you.
And then she asks about like all those times that Noora told Vilda that Wilhelm's an asshole and that he's not good enough for her. Vilda then asks if Noora feels like he's good enough for her.
I love that she asked her that, because it makes you kind of reflect and go, that's a very good point. I did bring that up to you. Let me really deeply think on that. Like,
yeah.
It's a good question.
Yeah, and Noora says that she doesn't know. Like,
She won't know unless she continues to go through with it and sees how it ends.
Yeah.
You'll never know until you try.
And then Vilda says, like, she's glad that Noora told her. And Nora's like, of course. And Vilda says, like, it's not of course, because you could have kept it a secret. And just let me wonder about Wilhelm and, like, made me look like an idiot while you knew that, like, you were secretly hooking up with him and all that. And
I was like, yeah.
And Noora says, like, I did actually keep a secret.
I did.
And Vilda
like,
says,
yeah, I know.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I know. That was just a test. See how you...
Just wanted to see if you would actually tell me. But we're good.
Yeah. And I really like that. I like that. Again, I love this scene with Vilda. It makes her... Like, this is kind of like the arc where we stop seeing Vilda obsessed with Wilhelm, which is huge for a character. Because that's been like 90% of her character so far.
True.
And so seeing where she goes now is going to be really interesting, I think.
Absolutely.
And I'm excited for you to see that for the first time.
I'm very excited to see it, yeah.
Because again, it shows that Vilda cares more about Noora than Wilhelm to begin with, because of the scene. And I think
love that. Friendship. Amazing.
That's great. That's great. Then the last clip is called Have You Been Waiting For Me? Released on Friday, May 6, 2016 at 7:45 p.m.
Why is it called Have You Been Waiting For Me?
I don't know. Does Nico say that at some point?
I don't think so.
Who says that? I was watching this in my car on the way back
I don't think it's called... Why is it called that? That's interesting.
Have you been waiting? I don't know.
Does it have anything to do with what happens after, maybe?
No,
I don't know what happens after, but...
I don't think so. Well, no, that would have...
You do.
That would be what the next clip is called.
Exactly, but like... I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I don't know. We'll see. We'll read and see if it says anything about that. Anyway, she goes to Wilhelm's condo and rings doorbell. And Nico.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, his brother's gonna answer.
Yeah. And you can see Noora's all like, oh, hi, I didn't know you were here. I was told you left. And then she's like, oh, is Wilhelm here? And he says, no, he's not. And then asks if he knows where he is. And Nico says he might be training. You can call him. But Noora's like, no, my phone sucks in his stead, so can't call him. And then Nico's like, hey, I can call if you want. And Noora's like, can I actually just use the charger? And so he invites her in.
The second he invited her in, I was like, some shit's gonna go down. Why? Why did you go in there?
Yeah. And we see he's kind of having a party. Mari is there, the girl.
Yeah.
She's there. Nico offers her a drink, and she's like, no, I'm good. And then she does say, like, hey, I thought you were in Stockholm. And he's like, why? And then he quickly puts together, like, Wilhelm told you that, didn't he? Yeah, he does that. He doesn't.
He seems like a smarmy bitch.
Who, Nico?
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Noora then takes her phone and tries to call Wilhelm, but he doesn't pick up. And then tried again. And Noora kind of says, like, oh, we're going to fight, so maybe he's just not answering. And then Nico texts him. Asks him when he's coming home. And she does see Mari and ask about her. She's like, hey, who's that girl? Yeah. And I think she goes to school with me. And he's like, oh, that's Mari. Yeah, she goes to Nissan. And then he gets a text from Wilhelm. And Noora's like, oh, is that him? And he's kind of like not really responding. Because he's thinking.
He's thinking of concocting a horrible scheme. I know this bitch is lying. Yeah, I fully believe this bitch is lying.
About everything? Or
everything.
About some things?
About everything. I fully believe he's lying about everything. I think. Go through the things, and then I'll tell you what I think is a lie. Yeah.
So, Nico says that Wilhelm isn't coming home tonight.
I think that's a lie for sure.
You think that's a lie? You think he's not showing up?
I think he was gonna come home. Maybe. I don't think he's out sleeping with someone.
Okay. So I was gonna say, knowing the end of this episode,
if he does come home, yikes.
And we'll say spoiler, the next clip for our next episode picks up the morning after this, so.
Well, I figured because that was the trailer, wasn't it? I'm guessing that's what this is. Is that the trailer?
I mean...
The orgy?
The orgy?
Was that not what the trailer was?
I mean, it showed Noora in bed with someone. I think they were the girl. And then there were people passed out. Most of them were naked.
Yeah.
And then Wilhelm walked in.
Was the girl blonde?
Was the girl blonde?
Was it Mari?
Was it Mari?
Just saying.
Just saying. Noora asks where Wilhelm is, and Nico says that she seems incredibly nice, and he's happy for Wilhelm, and that he wishes for him to have a girlfriend like her. And he pours her a drink and tells her that Wilhelm is complicated, and he used to have insane tantrums in which he would hit, bite, or kick. And said he once threatened to push their little sister out of a window, and their mom had to lock him inside of a room because she was scared of what he could do.
They have a sister.
Well, they had a sister. Remember she died?
Oh, what? Is she dead?
Remember?
Oh, fuck. That's right. She is dead.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay, sorry.
Maybe she fell out the window.
No.
I actually have no
Okay.
idea. I have no idea. I have no idea how she died.
I don't think that, like, their mom was so afraid of him that, like, she would, like, lock him inside the door and shit like that. I don't think. I think he would probably maybe bite and kick and shit, but all kids bite and kick and shit. So I think Nico's exaggerating that.
Do you remember when, I think it was in episode 4, where they were having a party and, like, Noora was at William's place and it was when those two were alone, and Noora asked about Wilhelm's mom? And his response was that she's like, I mean, I'm gonna say he called her a bitch, but that's not the word he used.
Oh, C word?
Yeah.
So
well,
maybe she was a horrible mother.
I mean, true, could be, but
could be.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Then Nico explains that Wilhelm has always done what he wants and that he is good at manipulating people. And she says that he can be extremely destructive if he doesn't get what he wants. And Nico states that Wilhelm doesn't care about people. He claims all of that is why Wilhelm didn't want Noora to meet Nico in the first place, because Wilhelm is scared of being found out.
Lie.
Lie?
I think that he doesn't want her to meet his brother because his brother's a raging psychopath and is doing exactly what he thought he would do if he introduced his girlfriend to him. He's lying and fucking with his relationship. I think that's exactly what I was expecting to happen. I do still think that obviously he was a fuckboy. William was a fuckboy. That's obviously that's a fact.
And we know he clearly was able to manipulate girls, aka Vilda, back in season 1 when he was like able to...
Known fact. We know that. But I genuinely think he likes Noora, and I think that his brother, who maybe also was a fuckboy and still is a fuckboy, is like the kind of guy who's like, no, girlfriends suck. I'm gonna make sure my brother never has one because this is just fucking stupid. Like, and is a raging psychopath, like, and doing all this shit. So I think that's a lie.
Well, it could also be, since clearly Nico or Wilhelm haven't told Nico about his relationship with Noora, that if Wilhelm really does love Noora, like we think, if he hadn't told Nico that, maybe he doesn't know that how close a relationship is.
That could be too. But I genuinely think he didn't introduce her to him because he's worried about the shit that his brother will pull, because he knows how his brother is.
Do you think this would have been different if he did? Like, and he's like, "Hey, this is my girlfriend. Like, this is a serious relationship. I'm in love with her, and all that." Do you think he would have been
maybe after a while? But like, I think initially he'd kind of be a little prissy dick about it.
I feel like a lot of this stirs from Wilhelm not telling Noora any of this and not telling Nico anything about Noora. Like, because I feel like even if he was a raging psychopath, had he told Noora, odds are she would have believed him, listened to him, and would have stayed the fuck away from him. And when he entered the door, be like, "Oh,
true." Maybe he was embarrassed though.
I mean, yeah, but better to like be like, "Hey, like."
True, but isn't that all in hindsight? That's all in hindsight. You end up not telling him, some crazy shit happens, and you go, "Fuck, you're right. I fucking should have told you." Those words are said a lot in TV shows of, "I should have told you." My bad.
Yeah.
Like, those words are said a lot in TV show, and it's all because it's all in hindsight. All this misunderstanding shit happens all the time.
Then Nico goes on to say that he might be a bad brother for telling her this, but that he's seen enough women like her come and go. True or false?
Well, obviously, he probably has seen a lot of women come and go, because obviously William was a fuckboy. So half true. But I don't think he's sad telling her this shit at all, because he's making it all up.
Well, you just admitted that was true. But...
No, half true.
Well, I mean, have women come and gone from Wilhelm? Yes or no?
Yes.
So yeah.
Is
so
he
that's
sorry
technically
telling
true.
her? Is he sorry telling her about it? No.
Maybe not. And then he states that there are girls who believe he is good deep down and that he will be better for them. And then Nico says she is standing there waiting while he is out sleeping with someone else. And you said this was false?
Yes. I mean, I think it's true that a lot of girls probably felt like, oh, I can change him. You know? It seems like a thing that probably happened a lot. But I genuinely think this is different. He actually likes Noora, and I don't think he's out sleeping with someone else right now. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but he's not sleeping with someone else.
Then the doorbell rings, and Nico leaves Noora to herself and a drink. And she takes it. And she drinks it.
She drinks all of it. She downs it.
She chugs it.
Oh, fuck. The second she did that, I was like, shit, this is not gonna go well.
Yeah, and then you saw the flashes of moments.
I rewound like about 5 seconds. I pushed the like back 5 seconds button on Drive because I was like, is this glitching? What the fuck is wrong with maybe the episode's like accidentally damaged when it was uploaded or something. No, it's just really awesomely filmed. Like, I thought that was so interesting.
Yeah, because again, and I told you, like, remember, like, wait until you see the yellow text before an episode ends.
Oh, that's
because,
right.
Because it was, I think in episode 10 of season 1, when Vilda, when it cuts to black and Vilda's like, I think I killed William's baby. And it's like, and then it cuts back and you're like, wait, what? Because it's not over. So always wait for the yellow text.
I never exit out of an episode when it like cuts to black or everything like that. I always like tap it first to see if like it's all the way to the end for the like the little bar. There was still quite a bit left, and right when I was about to like hit like fast forward or something like that, or like rewind or something, I was about to do something. I was about to hit away. It like flashed the one bit. I was like, what the fuck? I was like rewound, and I was like, is it glitching? What the fuck? And I waited and I stopped, and then it was another part. I was like, oh, this is so smart. How they've done this. That's really cool.
And again, because each season is from someone's perspective.
And that's literally what Noora sees.
That's what Noora's perspective is.
That's what she remembers.
She blacks out. She has little memories. Blacks out. Little memories. Yeah.
That's so interesting. I love
really
that they did
fascinating.
That.
It's so
very
good.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I don't know if there are other long like black pauses with that's not full of the end in future seasons. I don't remember. But again, always wait for the yellow text.
Always wait for the yellow text.
Once you see that, you know you're good to go. But yeah. So yeah, we see flashes of Noora at the party, drinking to the point where she blacks out while people drag her along the party, and they're kind of just like bringing her along, doing things. And at the end, it says she is left vulnerable, and she ends up sitting on a couch, totally out of it. Nico then sits next to her, and takes advantage of the state she is in.
Fuck, it was Nico.
Yes.
If you fuck with Noora, I'm going to kill you, you absolute fucking piece of shit. I was about to say tadpole, but tadpoles are quite cute. So I'm not going to do that.
Tadpole!
I don't know why I was going to go with tadpole. Fuck him if he does anything. If he... Oh, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to have a least favorite character in a second. I really am.
So how you feeling?
I fucking hate this dickhead. He gotta go. You gotta fucking go. This is why he didn't introduce her. Because he's a raging psychopath.
But if he had warned her before this, she would have known.
So that's on him? It's his brother's fault for being a dick.
Remember when I said, yes, I hate Wilhelm, but there's also other people who are way worse than him?
This guy.
Do you want title vibes?
Yeah, I'm scared of him though.
So season 2, episode 9 is I Miss You So Damn Much.
Oh, I really hope Noora says that to William. Or William says it to Noora!
Episode 10 is called I'll Explain Everything.
Oh. Very interesting. I'm very excited to see what happens there.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what happens next week. Okay. Obviously, the morning after happens.
Yep.
What happens, we don't know. We put pieces together, maybe.
Yeah. From the trailer.
Well, keep in mind, that was a teaser trailer, so it's not exactly like that.
True, it's not exactly like that, but I think
that was more of like a force. Yeah. That's like,
Yeah.
hey, this is the vibe of the season.
Yeah.
So there might be another Savage moment, I think.
That's exciting.
This would be so much easier if this were like the last 2 episodes, because then I can just tell you, like, hint at
You're like,
everything
I
this
know
season.
everything.
Yeah, but there's like still like the next 2 weeks, like that's the week after when we'll finish season 2. But what the fuck else happens?
I guess it'll be a mystery for both of us.
Great Girl Squad moments.
Amazing.
I'll say again that could be the week after, but I'm pretty sure it's this week or the next week. But yeah, I'm gonna say morning after, a Savage moment, and great Girl Squad moments.
Hell yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, oh, you should be. Any predictions?
I'm so worried about Noora.
Yeah.
I really, really, really hope we get to see William punch his brother in the face. That would be great. I'd be so into that. I'd love it if we also saw like all the girls punch not William in the face, punch Nico in the face. That'd be sick. Everyone punch William in the Nico in the face.
Getting them confused.
I know. Everyone, please punch Nico in the face. Dickhead.
Yeah,
Psychopath.
no, Nico sucks.
Absolutely sucks.
He's oh, and I mean, I guess again, if we're going on more promo vibes, more of Nico, I'll say that much.
Damn it.
Yeah, like, but it's more like true Nico. Like, it's not this fake Nico you've seen so far.
Yeah,
It's,
I
like,
could
the
tell
fake,
it's fake Nico.
Yeah, no. You get to see real Nico, and it's
I could see through his bullshit. He was like, the way he was speaking, I was like, nah, nothing this motherfucker's saying is true. He's such a smarmy prick.
Yeah.
You can tell. You can just tell from the vibe, which is great acting on the actor's part.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
the actor's great
you can tell he was bullshitting all of that.
Yeah.
Noora couldn't. Damn it.
No, but she was depressed and vulnerable.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why.
He
Because
took
I
advantage
feel like
of her.
had she not fought with Wilhelm, I think she would have seen through it because she would have been more like secure.
Exactly.
But because of everything, she's like, no.
Yeah, because she was insecure about the fact that he wasn't introducing her to him, and also just upset from the fight. Like, it all came together to her being like believing everything this dickhead was saying, and fucker took advantage of it. Ugh!
So that was our recap of Skam. Season 2, Episode 7, Noora, you need Dick, and Skam, Season 2, Episode 8, you only think about Wilhelm.
Let's go! I'm sorry, what was the title?
Fuck. You only think about William.
Yeah!
Next week, we will be recapping Skam, Season 2, Episode 9, I Miss You So Damn Much, and Skam, Season 2, Episode 10, I'll Explain Everything.
Well,
What do you think I'll Explain Everything is saying?
I'll explain everything.
Because I feel like at this point, both Noora and Wilhelm need to explain things.
I'm wondering if maybe it's William like explaining his whole family situation to her and why he didn't introduce her to his brother, which she probably figured it out by now. But also it could be about like a misunderstanding with like, I didn't sleep with him, he forced himself on me kind of thing. Let me explain kind of. So it could be from either side here, but I don't know.
But we will find out, and we will know next week.
Woo!
So we will see you all then.
See you then.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.